So Photoshop just introduced a new feature not too terribly long ago. And now we can make presets out of our adjustment layers. Now that's going to speed up the workflow, at least in my opinion. Okay, let's open up Photoshop and pull up a layer. Now before we get started, there's a couple things I wanted to mention. Down here in our adjustment layers, let's click on that. We can only go from brightness contrast on down to selective color. Anything in between we can make an adjustment layer preset with, but with solid color, gradient, and pattern, we can't do that as of yet. And also, if you don't see your gray and white adjustments button right here, going over to window and then make sure adjustments is checked and you're ready to go. Now, let's take a look at some of the presets I did previously. So if we hover over here underneath our presets, it automatically shows us a preview. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's check out another photo as well. Click on adjustments. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so I had an idea of an adjustment layer preset I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and put this photo back on here. Let's click on the top layer because we want to add it above that layer there. And so let's go down to adjustment layers and let's go with a gradient map. Okay. And let's find maybe some green. Green like so. Maybe this one will work. Hit OK. And now head down to adjustment layers and head on up to levels. Now let's push some of the darker areas over to the right a little bit. I think that'll work. That's a nice visual contrast there. Not bad. Now let's put this in a group. Let's click on one. Hit Control, click on the other one. That selects both of them. Now hit Control G, turn that into a group. We don't necessarily need to name it because we're going to name it in the preset, but you can if you like, of course. Now let's head on up here to our gray and white little circle here. Click on adjustments. And now you see this part that lets us know that we can make this into a preset. Click on that and let's name this green gradient. Okay, hit save. Ready to go. That's it. Now you could take this group here. You can throw it in the trash if you like. There you go. Now let's say you open another instance of Photoshop and you want to bring that gradient on top of a new photo. So what you do here, let's go ahead and click on gradient. Just click that. And it does a number of things, which I believe is pretty cool. Number one, it places in a group for you together. It keeps the same settings that you have from your levels adjustments and your gradient map. And it also puts a layer mask on top of it in a pass-through blend mode. That's awesome. That speeds up the workflow. That's 3 steps you didn't have to take. That's pretty cool. That's not bad at all. So let's do another one. I'm thinking of perhaps maybe lifting some shadows a little bit. So we don't need this. So let's put this in the trash right here. Let's start another one so we can build another preset. Click on our adjustment layers here and let's go up to curves. Okay. Now what we want to do, see the darker areas in the shadow down in the picture. What we want to do is we're going ahead and lift that. So make it, instead of being dark gray, we can lift it up to be more of a lighter gray or a bleached out look. Okay, so let's pull this up a little bit. Find a good kind of equal medium, if you will. I think maybe right there would work. That would be fine. Now, only thing we have to do, say we're satisfied with this. Let's toggle this on and off real quick. Now let's see what it looks like on another picture as well. Not bad. It reminds me of some of those filters you see like on some of the apps on our smartphones. It's pretty cool. Okay. Now let's head on over to our presets. And let's hit the plus sign. Let's name this Lifted Shadows. Hit save. Good to go. All right. So let's made a couple of the other ones I'll show you real quick. Let's try this orange gradient map. There you go. Picture the possibilities. So you can make any type of thing you want. You can combine any one of the adjustment layers to make your own kind of look. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and do something else real quick. Not bad at all. Click on adjustment layers and let's look for hue saturation. Click on that like so. Now if you want your colors tamped down a little bit, but you have a group of photos and you want all the colors to kind of be muted, only thing you have to do, let's go ahead and double click on our hue saturation here. You don't have to touch anything else. Just mess with the saturation here and pull this over to about negative, maybe 80 is fine. That's good. Now you still see the colors, of course, but they're more muted. And that's another look. It's more of a stylized look. Okay, now let's head up to adjustments. Click the plus sign here. And let's call this muted. Muted colors. Click save. We're done. We are done. Click this in trash, and now you can check this on both photos simply by just hovering over it to make sure that that's what you want to do. You're ready to go. Not bad. There we go. So I think that's a good stop in place. Now, everything you need to know is down in the box. And like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.